All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'cha, B'dash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders, the great millstones rule well. Salutations to you brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, there's a lot going on as far as current events pertaining to World War III. And hey, it's exciting times because that lets us know that the Lord's words are coming to pass. Can you grab that? Have the vision be for the point of time. The Lord's words are coming to pass, man. Okay, and could you get Revelation 11? Scriptures talk about whoa. Yeah. All right, because that's what the whole situation with Ukraine, with NATO, with America, with Russia, that's all leading up to our deliverance. Okay, it's all leading up to our deliverance. Get Revelation 11:14.
This is Revelation 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Right, so World War II ended in 1945, if I'm not mistaken. And, hey, the Third World War is coming quickly. All right, so what is that, 77 years ago? 1945 to 2022, 77 years. That's really not a long time. Okay, because the scriptures talk about woe in Revelation, with that meaning, woe meaning destruction, and that symbolizing there's going to be three major world wars that was going to take place. All right, each one of those world wars is pretty much like a time marker in reference to understanding where we are in prophecy. And when we can expect the Lord to be returning, Lord's will, you know.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry."
Yeah, man. Hey, the vision is yet for an appointed time, man. All right, everything has to happen in its proper order. All right, and this World War III is no different, man. Okay, so now we're seeing NATO. They sent what, 30,000 troops to the Baltic to the Baltic countries. You know, which is what is that, Finland? Yeah. Finland and Sweden, I believe.
Yep.
Because you got those Baltic states that are in close proximity to Russia. All right, and if they put those troops, you know, if NATO puts those troops,
It's Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia.
Okay, yeah. So like that's Finland and Sweden. So like but yeah, what did it say? Lithuania,
Estonia,
and Latvia.
Is it Latvia? Yeah, that's what it is. Latvia.
Yep. So, yeah, those are Eastern European countries. All right, with them being Eastern European countries, that means that they border Russia, and which those countries themselves used to be a part of Russia, the former Soviet Union. So Russia is wanting to take back those lands, you know, and along with that, they want to defend their country as well. So things is heating up, all right, and it's all according to the Lord's doings, man.
Yeah.
You know, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but in the end it will speak. It said it will not tarry. Like when we first came into the truth, when we learned these breakdowns, you know, you hear of all this Russia and U.S. Are you know, according to prophecy, and you know, you like, man, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? And then over the years, you can see how it just one thing is leading to the next, like the dominoes. You know, when you hit that one domino, eventually that last domino falls, but it might take some time. You know.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right.
So you're gonna hear wars and rumors of wars, and that's all you see in the news currently is wars and rumors of wars. You know, this nation gathering up arms because they might have to do a preemptive strike on this nation. This country wanting to join, like for instance, BRICS. You got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, but you just had Argentina and Iran request to become BRICS members of the you know, that new financial structure that those nations is gonna operate in. And when they operate in that structure, you know, using the Russian ruble or the Chinese yuan as their currency of trade, that is going to X out America, because right now America is the can you get that lady yourself to pick that? Right now America is a reserve currency for the world, as well as the petrodollar. The petrodollar meaning when everything revolves around oil. You know,
money's backed by oil.
Exactly, money is backed by oil, and vice versa. So these everything from a vehicle to machinery to airplanes to you know, diesel trucks to ships. All these things require oil. All right. Now, in order to buy or sell that oil, you gotta convert your currency into American dollars in order to do that. Mm-hmm. But what the BRICS is gonna do is gonna eliminate that, to where countries and not to mention that the American dollar it ain't worth nothing. Yeah. You know, so you can be from a country where you have a strong, your currency is strong. Like I was telling this brother the other day, it'd take 52 US dollars to equal one ruble. Oh, I was telling you, yeah, to equal one ruble.
We was talking about it too, though.
Yeah, one Russian ruble. So,
damn,
if
$52?
Yeah, so as a Russian, if you're trying to trade and you buying oil or whatnot, you're losing out, because you got to convert your money into US dollars just to trade. So you're losing. You know what I'm saying? But with the BRICS financial system that they're gonna set up, it's gonna allow all these countries that are indebted to America, if they switch over and fuck with the BRICS nations, they got a clean slate. All that debt they owe America, well, fuck you, America. Shit, I'm rocking with the Russians and the Chinese and so on and so forth.
It's just like in the world, you know, say, you know, people that you know deal with drugs and shit like that. You get a front from one connect, but then you got a whole nother connect that's gonna deal with you. So you're gonna end up dealing with the other connect, not to have to pay this man back no money. That's the same shit, man. Yeah. You know?
And you know, like and that was I believe Putin even has said that. Either Putin or one of them BRICS founding members was saying, look, if you deal with us, whatever debt you got with America, you ain't gonna have to worry about that, because you're not dependent on their financial system no more. You're coming to a whole new financial system where you have no debt accumulated. Okay,
and plus that's how the world operates, man. Banks, what they do, they go bankrupt, so they don't have to pay that money back. Yep. And then what? They go under a new name and sell the same exact shit they were selling when they was the other company. Yep. So it's like that's the way the world even operates. So when it happens to America, America, they're gonna be butthurt.
This. Yeah. Hold that in Revelation 18.
Continuing in Matthew 24, this is verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Right. Coming over here to Habakkuk, second chapter, this is verse 6. It says,
Read that last one.
Wait.
back in the book of Matthew chapter 25, I'm sorry, chapter 24, verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places."
Yeah, hey, nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famines, pestilence, earthquakes. Now, you just had yesterday you had two 6-point-something earthquakes in Iran. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, me just thinking through the spirit. Yeah. Oh, Afghanistan. Okay, yeah. Hey, but you gotta think about it, man. Get your ass out of here. Fuck it, man. That shit's irritating. But anyways, fucking easy. That earthquake in Iran could have been sparked by the heart. You know, because Esau do got that heart program where they can generate storms and cause earthquakes and all this other stuff. But they might be trying to use that as a weapon to disrupt what the Iranians got going on. Because I did mention Iran was one of the countries that requested to become a member of the BRICS. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, very well, that very well could have been targeted. Iran could have been targeted, as well as Afghanistan. You know.
It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, hey, the beginnings of sorrow. So that means it's not gonna get better. All right, America is not gonna bounce back better. Things. You see that nigga talking crazy. But America's not gonna bounce back better, and things are gonna continue to get worse, man. Which is good for us. All right, it's good for us. Go ahead, bro.
It says, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his."
Yeah, hey, woe unto him that increases that which is not his. And the whole world, despite it being given into the hand of the wicked, being Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he increased what is not his. All right, the mineral resources all over the world, like all the lithium that was found in Afghanistan, which is one of the reasons why America even went to war with Afghanistan, is because all that lithium that they got, the poppy fields they got, which they use to make opioids. All right, those are natural resources that benefit not only the earth but the inhabitants of that landmass if it's used properly. But what does Esau, what does the so-called white man do? He goes and he'll use his economic hitman. He'll use his heart program. All right, he'll use war as a means of getting into that country, destabilizing it, and then they'll bring in private contractors to build that shit up. You know, here it is. It could be Afghanistan is a mountainous country. You know, 9/11 happens 20 years later, 22 years later. You go there, and you got hella cities that look like you right in Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying?
That's not no coincidence.
Yeah, it's a monopoly. You know, there's a video I seen on Real Soul Hip Hop the other day where you had this Edomite woman that was showing how her and her husband had a monopoly on a whole bunch of different businesses. They had she had a clothing business for like dresses, wedding dresses or something. Then she had a business where like you can plan your vacation and shit. If you was getting married, you can plan a vacation and all that shit. They got to hook up on hotels and all that. Then there was like a couple other businesses that she had, and then she said, and she was using marriage as the means of explaining all these companies. Like when you get married, you can buy your dress from this store that I own, and then you want to plan your honeymoon, we can help you do that with this business that I got. And then you want to do this, I got this business. And then she's like, a couple years later, when you want to get divorced, you can come to my husband's law office, and we can do it all over again. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and that just goes to show you that, you know, they had a monopoly on the market, so to say. So that's what Esau has done. That's what America has done. That's what, you know, a lot of these, you know, Edomite countries have done. They you know, got unjustly what doesn't belong to them.
It says in Habakkuk chapter 6, midway through verse, Habakkuk chapter 2, midway through verse 6, it says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Right, and that word clay is ibatyat. All right? that motherfucker used to hate when I used to bring that definition up.
Yeah. I don't know why. We love bringing that up, though. Yeah, well, we gonna tap into the Hebrew or we not? Shoot.
That word, thick clay. It means debt, which is ibatyat in the Hebrew. So what Esau has done is he's accumulated a lot of debt. That's why you got China taking.
But what is debt though? In this current structure, debt is money.
Yeah.
To create money, you got to create debt.
Yeah. The more money you create, the more debt you're creating. Because when you have a large, that dog lifted his head up like a human. That was weird.
He's seeing the light.
It was looking at us. He was like. Well, anyways, when the more Federal Reserve notes you print, the weaker that dollar becomes. And you know, back in what was that, 09 when the shit collapsed, we had a little recession back in 2009. I remember I was still in the Army. Everybody was bugging out, not knowing what the fuck was going to happen. It was kind of like another Y2K. Remember, Y2K people was bugging out like, oh shit, 2000.
Power's gonna go out.
Yeah.
The grid's gonna shut down.
Yeah. I remember because there was like in the military they were saying, oh yeah, if the government shuts down, we ain't gonna be getting paid. So soldiers was all bugging out and shit. You know?
Shit, man. At that time, I was, you know, in the joint. I got locked up for inciting a riot. I got sent to the brick for inciting a riot because they was somebody about to shut down. I was like, we should shut down? We taking this motherfucker, we about to fuck out of here. Hey, some nigga was running his mouth and got us caught up, but hey, that's here nor there. But yeah, that Y2K shit, everybody was bugging out. Including myself. Oh, and including a lot of cats that had the taste of this knowledge, man. Because that's when a lot of the One Westers fell away, man. During that Y2K bug out. So all across the plane it was a bug out.
I was but a child at the time, so I didn't care.
Yeah, man. And it said that they increases himself with that which is not theirs, man. You know, you go to the forest and cut down a tree and see what the fuck happens, man. Go to the forest and cut a tree down. See if Esau don't find the shit out your ass.
Yeah.
For a tree that he don't even fucking own, man. But let him tell it he owns the damn trees. Yeah. Let you build something higher than your neighbor. Higher than your neighbor's viewpoint. hey, you gonna get fines, man.
Wait.
Cause guess what, man? You have to buy rights to the air. How the fuck are they selling you rights to the air that they don't own? Okay? So the moment you was born, you said, I got dibs on the air that we breathing. Like, come on, how does that even fucking work, man?
Let me read this real quick. This is Luke 17 to 22. It says, and he said unto the disciples, the days will come when ye shall desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and ye shall not see it. Like the brother mentioned that Y2K situation. When the year 2000 hit, you know, you had a lot of cats, you know, that got disenchanted and fell away from the truth because they thought that's when the Lord was going to return. All right, but you know that was, you know, because it was taught back then that, you know, that's when the Lord would return and all that. But the Lord pretty much set that up. In retrospect, we understand. In hindsight is 20/20, as they say.
Yeah.
We see that was a stumbling block that the Lord set up to get rid of dudes that he didn't want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's why in Habakkuk it said, though it tarry, wait for it. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine the apostles and the elders, how long they've been desiring to see the apostles and not the apostles, excuse me, the day of the Lord, man.
Yep.
They've been desiring that for a long time, man. Okay.
Oh no, I was gonna say that that was a sifting agent, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Y2K was a sifting agent, just like when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, when he told them that they was gonna have to drink of his blood and eat of his flesh.
Yeah.
That right there, it was a sifting agent as well, man. You know, because the Lord doesn't give a fuck about numbers, man. He don't care about numbers, because all numbers do is make man proud. Okay? But with few numbers, it takes the pride away from you, and it gives you the proper perspective on who did it, man. The Lord did it.
Hey, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 9. It says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Among all nations, man. That's the key indicator to let you know that we were dispersed amongst all the nations, man. Okay, we're scattered through all these different nations, man. Now, not to say that these nations don't have their top echelon of their nation, but a lot of those people of those nations that got flavor, that got an excess of flavor, are foreigners,
like
man.
China Mac
or Millie's, which he's Irish. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we know who's to run Ireland, man. And in that area over there, okay, was you so-called Negroes, man. At one point in time.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Right. Hey, America eventually is going to become spoiled.
Yep.
You know, like I mentioned, you got the Chinese that's taking the topsoil from the Midwest, which is the country's richest topsoil.
Yes.
And taking it back as a form of payment for debt back to China.
And how long does it take to grow? It's
100 years.
It's 100 years for one
topsoil,
for
1 inch.
for 1 inch.
1 inch.
100 years for 1 inch of topsoil, man. And here it is, you got these motherfuckers just taking all the good soil.
Yeah, selling it to fucking China.
And then them fucking Chinese own Detroit.
Yeah.
They pretty much own Cali.
Seattle.
They own Seattle.
San Francisco.
Like all
parts
these
of
major
Canada.
cities and shit that got Chinatowns in them. Them Chinese pretty much own them damn cities, man.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Hey, America literally has spoiled all the nations, you know, many nations, from its form of democracy, you know what I'm saying, pushing equal rights and women's liberation to these countries. They destroyed them morally, you know, pushing video games and
homosexuality,
gluttonism,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, GMO foods, you know, a plethora of other things.
Capitalism is what
Yeah.
fucked every fucking place up, man.
Yeah.
The love of wanting to have everything. The greed, there we go, the greed, that covetousness, man. That's all capitalism is covetousness, man.
Yeah.
Which the Lord, hey, he doesn't look lightly on that, man.
Yeah. And the scriptures say, thou shalt not covet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to be content with what it is that the Lord gave to you.
Yeah.
Because too much might destroy you, and too little might destroy you. So the Lord is going to give you what's sufficient for you to you know, to continue on, man.
Yeah.
You can't be coveting what the next man got. You know.
Exactly.
But hey, but that's what Esau did. He coveted every goddamn thing, like Alexander the Greek.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hold that in the first Maccabees. We're talking about him going out and, you know, Alexander the Greek. That's what he did. He was covetous to where he went on a 12 years, a 12-year run.
Yeah.
Hey, like a great basketball squads back in the days, the Bulls.
Yeah. Dynasties.
You know, the Bulls or
Lakers,
anything else.
Celtics.
You know,
Yeah.
they have a good run, and that's what Esau had. All right, and
the good one, the Patriots. Yeah, they kept going. Yeah, the Patriots. That's the Edomites team right there, man. That's the staple right there.
That's America's team.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Not Dallas, it's the
Yeah,
Patriots.
it's the Patriots.
that real red and blue right there.
Yeah. That's the good old boys, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say this too. It said they bring all the people to themselves. What it say?
It says,
He proves himself all people. Yeah, and it said the people was gonna bring them to the demise. Read that again real quick.
it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
There we go. Okay, that's the same thing that Romans did, man. You know, because as they were going and conquering people, they would take the people of the lands they conquered, and then they'll make them serve in their army. And then after they serve in the army, they'll make them citizens of Rome. So now Rome is mixed with all these different people now. Okay? And as Rome's fallen, all these other nations that became citizens are starting to rise, man.
Yeah, the Gauls.
Yeah, the Gauls, man. And these so-called Negroes, man.
The Germanic tribes.
Yeah.
Those, you always had some tribes, like during the Romans, during that time period, you had the Gauls and the Germanic tribes that they was not fucking with Rome.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They was the arch enemies to the Roman Empire, man. Okay? And hey, look at Russia. Russia is a prime example of an arch. Matter of fact, NATO just classified Russia as the number one terrorist threat in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. But think about that. Back in 2015, 2016, you had Friday was abomination. 2015, 2016, you had Russia go and liberate the Syrians. Or actually, because I wouldn't say liberate, but because the Syrians they're what's the word? Sovereign nation, right? Sovereign country. But you had so-called ISIS that was in Syria, and you had Russia that went over there and got them niggas up out of there quick as shit.
Yeah, and how long was America over there talking about they was fighting terrorism?
Yeah.
He was over there for 10 plus years.
20 years.
Fighting them niggas that Putin got out of here in what?
A couple months? A couple weeks. Like you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Putin dropped a couple bombs, and them niggas scattered like roaches. They left the artillery there.
Yeah, a couple of well-placed bombs.
Yeah.
They got it well-placed bombs,
yeah.
all right?
Yeah, and got them out of there. They left all their artillery, their weapons, and all that. They found caches, and guess who was a supplier for those weapons? America. Those were U.S. weapons. That and that's when the world kind of was more enlightened.
They knew who the boogeyman was after that point.
They knew that
America
ISIS was
the
nothing
boogeyman.
more than a proxy army for the U.S. because they was trained by U.S. forces.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a coincidence. Well, it's not a coincidence, but it's crazy that
Wait.
here it is now. Here it is now
Wait.
that NATO wants to call Russia a terrorist the number one terrorist in the world right now.
40.
But they was the ones who pretty much got rid of the boogeyman, the known terrorists, the terrorists that the Western countries, European countries, said was a boogeyman that everybody got to be afraid of, and we don't know what to do to stop them.
Yeah.
All right, Russia defeated them to a certain degree, but now you want to call them the boogeyman? Like, it's just, you know, it's hypocrisy, man.
Remember when we was in Seattle and we had the boy I think we said he might have been an Israelite foreigner because you know he had a good zeal about himself, but he was saying that he had just got back from over there, and he was telling us how they got all them gutter rats training the Taliban and shit. He said they had the gutter rats out there training them because that's where he came back from. He was out there training them. He said. He said the majority of the trainers were so-called Israelis and or not Israelis but Amalek, the Jews. So yeah, that's even here.
See, what you can't forget either is that America and what was it, Germany? I believe it was America and Germany used the Afghanis to go get the nukes out of Russia when they took over the Soviet Union. So they was waiting to get their get back. You know what I'm saying? Russia was waiting to get back at Afghanistan for that shit because they came in there and same shit, annihilated the little place that they had the nukes, and that was what enabled America and Germany at the time to get in there and still have the scientists and shit. Or no, that was in Germany. But this was when they got the nukes from Russia and diminished the Soviet Union. It was Afghanistan that helped the United States. They've always been on the same fucking team. You fucking peons just get rocked back to sleep on a goddamn team.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Back in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter,
40.
midway through verse 8, it says, actually, I'll just reread verse 8. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah, hey, all the nations that got a bone to pick with America is gonna have a hand in destroying this place, man.
Yep.
You know, hey, China got a beef with America, Russia, Iran, Syria, Iraq,
Cuba,
India, Cuba,
Venezuela,
the whole country.
Brazil,
Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land.
hey, because of men's blood. What does America do? They promote the shedding of blood, man. They promote war. You know, and really it's Amalek because he's the chief of Edom. All right, them gutter rats in the land of Israel, as well as Washington D.C., the Pentagon, as well as the bankers in London. They promote war, man.
Well,
Because
the Vatican.
as well as the Vatican, like the brother said, all the same people. They promote bloodshed. They promote war, man, because it's profitable unto them.
Yeah.
They get rich, and they make the world poor. They make the average citizen poor. Like for instance, the whole situation with Ukraine and Russia. That what happened was you had Biden place sanctions on Russia at the beginning of the year, but those sanctions backfired because they're not. It's like years ago when America would put sanctions on the country, it would really hurt that country. Take Haiti for instance. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere because of sanctions.
That's what happened to Venezuela. Sanctions fucked them off too.
Oh yeah, a couple years ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Cuba as well. But Haiti is poor because of those sanctions. Now, when when America, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, put those sanctions on Russia, it backfired because it didn't have the effect he thought it would have, and actually that it's hurting the average American citizen in the wallet because gas prices is hella high.
Yeah.
So gas prices itself being hella high, as well as food being hella expensive, inflation, that's gonna cause the poverty level in America to skyrocket. Meanwhile, the rich assholes that's in London, in the Vatican, in Washington D.C., okay, over in the land of Israel, they're gonna continue to get rich, man.
Wait.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of
Wait.
all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth in evil covetousness in his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right.
Who
So
created gangs, man?
yeah.
Who created gangs? You know what I'm saying?
Masons.
The Masons, and that's Esau, Edom right there.
Wait.
Okay, that's the furtherance of shedding blood, man. Because they pushed that on our people. Now our people furthered that goddamn bullshit, man. But it started with who? Esau, Edom, man. So hey, they're responsible for that shit, man.
I see that, if I may say, I see that a TikTok
Wait.
yesterday that was going into all these how many serial killers from each nation. Right,
Wait.
so it had like Australia was up there pretty high. They had like 300,
40.
or no, like 200. England, you know, all Edomite places. Canada was pretty high. They had 300. America has over 2,000
Serial killer?
serial killers. So that's how you know this is ran by Amalek and the wicked. It's because all the other nations, like China, even had like, or not China, but Japan had like 20. You know, all these other countries might have had 100, or the top three had 100. America's the only one in the 1,000.
Hey, these people, this place breeds bug outs, man. America is a land of bug outs. We was talking about that the other day. We was out and about at the grocery store, and me and this brother, we was at the grocery store, and bro, it's everybody's fucking crazy. Even somebody who's like, okay, they ain't crazy, they just, but no, they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we go, we always get everybody staring at us and shit like we
don't belong.
It's yeah,
Like, we
it's
don't
crazy.
belong.
You know,
It's a cesspool of demons.
cesspool of demons. America breeds demons, man. Yeah.
It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Yeah, hey, what Esau did to the world, expressly, what he did to Jake during slavery, and that's a shame, man. Matter of fact, we was watching that video earlier of that Gadite that was cussing that white bitch out, talking about you colonizers and this, that, and the third. Hey, that's a shame onto Esau, man. You know what I'm saying?
Case in point, it's such a shame they're taking it out of the history books. That's how ashamed they are of this shit. They're taking it out of the history books. But yet they're continuing the same cycle though. They're taking it away from you just so they can do it to you again, like it's something new.
Yeah. They're trying to hit you with that Man in Black pen.
Yeah.
We gonna do a psychological mind fuck on you, make you forget that we're the devil,
And then we're gonna show you that we're the devil.
and then we're gonna do it again.
Is that not the definition of insanity?
Insanity.
Just do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, man. And that's all our people have done, man. Have done the same wicked shit over and over again, thinking it's gonna further them in life, man. And all that's doing is taking you away from life, man.
It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth
Yeah,
the
hey,
temple.
that's that destruction ultimately. when the Lord brings the destruction upon this place, man. Everything that's established in America is going to be completely wiped away, man. You know, like if you took an air hose and cleaned your driveway, you got a whole bunch of leaves and dust and dirt and debris and, you know, bullshit on your driveway. You take an air hose and you just blow that shit away. You know what I'm saying? That's how America's gonna be destroyed. The scriptures say that this place is gonna be swept with the besom of destruction, with the broom of destruction, man.
Like the Mexicans come through with the blower.
Yeah.
After they get to cutting the grass and shit. Yeah, they blowing everything in the street and shit.
Hey, that's just fun, man.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
It says, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Behold, it
Right.
is...
Hey, how'd America get formed? Through the slaughtering of the so-called Native Americans, which are the tribes of Gad and Reuben. All right, so-called Seminole Indians and so-called Native American Indians. They were slaughtered at the hands of Edomites. All right, what people might know as so-called white people, in the form of conquistadors, or English, or Dutch, or French, or whatever.
Or crusaders.
Crusaders,
Conquistadors. Amalekites.
Yeah, a bunch of demons. They came to America and killed the indigenous peoples that were already here. All right, you know what I'm
And they
saying?
capitalize and make movies about it.
Exactly. Man,
They got a Disney movie that's showing kids about how they came to conquer Gad. Pocahontas, like, come on. And then they got this bitch falling in love with them niggas,
Falling
man.
in love with a blue-eyed, blonde-haired.
Yeah. Define her father. She's the chief's daughter.
Hey, you know what?
She know better.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was little, when I seen that movie, I was mad that she
I
was
was
fucking.
pissed
I
off,
was
too.
mad she was fucking with that
How
nigga.
did how you get this sexy ass motherfucking shot?
She was supposed to be with the top warrior, Coco. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Now, you know what's crazy too is those motherfuckers had that bitch out there at 12 years old entertaining them naked doing fucking cartwheels. And then they stole that bitch and took her to fucking Europe. She wasn't no fucking in love, right? You know, with this fucking devil, this smelly ass fucking animal looking creature. That story is completely off, man. They had her at 12 years old doing cartwheels and shit, man.
That makes sense because they fucking pedophiles by
Hey,
nature, man. They like little boys and little girls by nature, man. That's how they get down, man.
They favored his little boys.
Yeah,
That's what
they
they
favor the eye of horror.
They love catamites.
Yeah, they favor the eye of horror. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
That's why they, you know, Esau would have when they'd come over here to the Americans, they'd have, you know, little catamites, young little squires or whatever, on them ships with them.
Shit, they call them ship hands.
Ship hands, yeah.
Deckhands, there we go. Deckhands.
And that's code for dick hands.
Oh yeah, brother.
You better catch it live.
Better catch it.
It says, behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and that the people should weary themselves for the very vanity.
Yeah, hey, everything these people is doing it serves no purpose. It serves the purpose of this place being built up to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The prosperity that these people think they're gonna have, all right, the gain, the wealth, everything that these people think they're gonna acquire, it's all vanity. All right, like the scriptures say, vanity of vanity, all is vanity. Roughly phrasing.
Ecclesiastes.
Yep. Everything, all this shit is vain. The only thing that's not vain on the planet Earth is the men of the Lord serving and pleasing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, preaching His gospel. That's the only thing that has a sure reward.
It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
Right. So the same way, you know, the waters cover the sea, and the knowledge of the Lord is going to be around. It's going to encompass the globe, man. Right. And we're seeing the start of that, which had already started. But hey, you can go to damn near any continent, and you know, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is preached there.
Yep.
You know, majority of the continents on the planet Earth. All right. Now, when the elect get delivered and the Lord sets up that physical government here on Earth,
Second covenant.
you know, the second covenant. Hey, the knowledge of the Lord is going to be for sure in the earth, undoubtedly, unmistakably.
If you want to really be serious, I mean, truthful, the knowledge of the Lord never left the earth. It just left Israel.
Yeah.
It just left us.
Yeah.
Because that's how we the Lord took his power away from us by taking his name from us, man. You know? We didn't know who he was. How you gonna call him the Lord if you don't know his name? But all these other nations have records of what the Lord did before the flood, after the flood. You know?
Hey, yeah, because the elites, even while we was in our ignorance, they knew who he was.
Yeah.
They knew the ability of our power.
They see.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was correct.
Backing up what Ashiar said as well, it makes me think of like a rich kid that gets cut off from his parents. It's not like the money went anywhere; he just no longer got access to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. We the Most High, he blocked our access to that knowledge.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. It says, "And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
Right. So the end is coming because you got this gospel being preached throughout the whole planet via the internet. Real quick, 2 Peter 3:1. "This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance." Okay, so the Lord, by way of remembrance, our minds has been stirred up to the fact of us being the people of the book. You know?
It resonates with our spirit.
All right, this is Nahum 9 and 12. "Moreover, thou leddest them in the day by a cloudy pillar, and in the night by a pillar of fire, to give them light in the way wherein they should go. Thou camest down also upon Mount Sinai, and spakest with them from heaven, and gave them right judgments and true laws and good statutes and commandments, and madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath, and commandest them precepts, statutes, and laws by the hands of Moses thy servant, and gavest them bread from heaven for their hunger, and broughtest forth water from them out of the rock for their thirst."
Yeah, and this is all what the Lord did for us when we was coming out of Egypt.
"And promised them that they should go in to possess the land which thou wast sworn to give them. But they and our fathers dealt proudly, and hardened their necks, and hearkened not to thy commandments."
Yep. Yeah, hey, so the Lord did all these great things for us, but all we did in return was harden our necks and turn away from following the Lord and keeping his commandments, man.
Murmured against them.
Yeah, which is the reason why we ended up in captivity and suffering all the curses that we currently suffer, man. You know?
It's like, and verse 17, "And they refused to obey, neither were they mindful of thy wonders that thou didst among them, but hardened their necks, and in their rebellion appointed a captain to return to their bondage. But thou art Yahweh, ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger, of great kindness, and forsook them not."
Hold on, read that again. That nigga come over here. Read that again.
It's Nahum 9 and 17. "And refused to obey, neither were they mindful of thy wonders that thou didst among them, but hardened their necks, and in their rebellion appointed a captain to return to their bondage. But thou art Yahweh, ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and forsook them not."
Right. So, hey, the Lord ultimately is going to have mercy on the whole house of Israel. All All right, despite us going through what we've gone through, what we're currently going through, you know, the condition our people are in, the 2/3 of our nation, and the Lord ultimately He gonna clean us all up, and we'll be completely righteous. You know.
Yeah, I brought that out because you was talking about how you know, the Lord's Spirit never left the earth. You know, His instruction never left. It just left Israel. You know, because of our rebellion, our hard-heartedness, our stiff neck. You know, here it is. He had the pillar of light and cloud by day giving instruction, showing us where to go. And the Lord was speaking to us through that. And then He came down on Sinai and spoke to the people there. But we were the ones that fanned the hand at the Lord. We were the ones that turned from the Lord. You know, so the Lord never left. His Spirit's always been here. His instruction's always been here. You know, our nation is the one that fucked up.
Yeah, our nation always want a physical sign, man. Yeah. You know, that's why they wanted a physical king, somebody that you can see that's representing them. Because they couldn't see the Lord. And they got tired of having to go through the prophet to get to the Lord. They're like, nah, we want a king to serve for us. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, want to be like, want to keep up with the Joneses. That's all it was.
That's all. Dumbest thing, they wanted a king like the heathen nations.
Yeah.
A man to rule over you when you got the highest power in the universe that deals with you?
Yeah.
Come on.
And then the Lord told Moses, like, nah, they're not against you, that's against me.
Yeah.
Or Samuel, yeah, we go Samuel, Slack. Yeah, they're forsaking me, not you. Look, they don't want me to rule over them no more.
They told Moses that too.
Yeah.
They're not murmuring against you, they murmuring against me.
Exactly.
Continue with that. How much money you got?
It's almost over.
And then grab that back.
This is back in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. This is verse 15. It says, "Go unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou may look on their nakedness."
Right, and that's the one thing Esau did. You know, when he goes into these countries, is give them a democracy. You know what I'm saying? First thing they do is target the women.
Yeah.
They target food and women.
Yeah.
They cripple you with food. All right, because you in order to survive, you need food and water. So they gonna contaminate both, and then they're gonna get in the minds of the women and convince the women that they're in slavery, that they're captive, that they need to be liberated, that they need a driver's license. You know what I'm saying? And now these women get all bugged out because of that democracy. All right, they pump them with psychological programming via the television.
You deserve the right to vote.
Yeah.
You deserve the right to work.
Yeah.
You deserve a voice.
Yeah.
You know, to where these women become promiscuous, and then they end up like that real star hip hop video that
Got her neck cut.
the bitch was she was laid out in the street getting stabbed, and then the nigga slit her throat. She just laid out bleeding out on the edge of the fucking concrete. And brothers, we was talking like the only reason why a man's gonna do that, you know, men tolerate a lot of shit from women. You know what I'm saying? You kind of you don't have to, but you know you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize like
She's a weaker vessel.
They're dildo heads. You know what I'm saying?
All you got is your mouth. That's all you got.
But a woman committing adultery on you, that's cause for death.
Yeah.
You know, according to the scriptures. So when that dude did that, we was like, yeah, she probably cheated on that nigga.
And the whole town was with it. Them yelling, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Well, no, they wasn't with it. They see that's
It sounded like they was with it.
No, they were saying that as a term of like grief, like man.
I thought they were with the shit. I'm like, yeah, everybody with that shit.
Because the first thing that happened was the nigga they ran
grabbed
and grabbed dude.
Yeah.
So they was like lamenting for the bitch. But I said 100 years ago, they wouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But
the one where they burnt the bitch alive, that whole town was with that shit.
Yeah.
They was with that shit.
Because she was a
robber. She
was a
set a
murderer.
boy up to get killed.
Yeah.
To get killed and robbed.
Yeah, she was a murderer.
But but adultery is the same shit. Fuck. Actually, adultery is on the same level as murder. That's a sin unto death.
Yeah.
So they should have been with that shit too.
But that's that democracy.
Yep.
That wine that they've been drinking to where they automatically gonna run to and save the bitch and condemn the man when they don't even know the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100 years ago, you already know it wouldn't be like that. They all would have picked up stones and stoned that bitch.
Like today, somebody can see you fighting right here on this corner with a woman. Innocent bystanders gonna come,
Niggas
jump,
they gonna hop
come
out the
beat
car.
you up for this bitch not knowing what she did. This bitch could have probably fucking threw your baby in some boiling water or something, and you want that bitch's head, and they gonna come save her, not even know what the fuck's going on. This guy see you, you're a man. You don't argue with your woman, man. If the bitch did some faulty ass shit that deserved for her to get fucked up, then that's that.
Hey, time out. We are in 2022. Women are equal to men. Okay?
Yeah.
They can
put
get
that
an
out
ass
there.
whooping because they are equal.
They are equal. That's right.
Hey, that's like I seen this video. This two Jakes was in court. One was on trial because he killed this dude's baby mama and threw his son over a bridge. And he's like a little 3-year-old. Threw that nigga over a bridge.
Did baby die?
They never found him.
Oh, he's gone.
They never found him.
Damn.
Right?
That's
So,
faulty.
They're in court. Dude got a mask on. He handcuffed and shit, sitting down. And the baby daddy loses it, runs up there. He clocked that nigga. Dude was sitting down. He hit him from behind with the side. Perfect. Wow. Cracked that nigga. Right? And
The
then,
Lord
and
wanted
then,
that.
And then I think he hit him like once or twice. But you know the sheriffs or whatever the fucking they tackled him and all that, and they're all trying to tell this dude to calm down and all this and that, and it's like, man, this motherfucker killed. He threw this dude's son over a fucking bridge, man. Like, let that man, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if I would have been a cop there, I would have let him get a couple in. Get just a couple in before I gotta before I have to do my job.
Take that shit a little bit slower.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
truthfully,
damn, drop some.
truthfully, that dude should be put to death by the father.
By the father and the elders of the city, man.
It should have been delivered directly to him.
Yep.
You know? Not to the judge, but to that man.
Right. You know, but this is an unjust society. But anyways, you got something you
No, I
want
was just gonna say because you were talking about how the first thing they do is go after the food and the women. That's what happened in the garden. The wicked came up and went into the weaker vessel.
Yeah.
That's the wicked's MO, and he gonna continue to do that until somebody put his ass to a stop.
That's the only avenue they have because they know through the woman, she teaches the child. Okay? If you get the woman or the child, that's the only ones they need to get. They don't need the man.
They just want to go live for so long.
Look what how they did Gad. You take away all your children. Now you have no seed to carry on. Take away your women. Now what? Once you die, everything that you know, everybody's gonna die with you. It's done. Your whole nation's done at that point.
Like rooting out of the weed, you gotta get the roots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you just peel off the top of the weed, it's gonna grow back. It's gonna grow back quick too. You gotta actually get down and pull up all the roots.
Yep. The root of wickedness is getting plucked out, man.
That's right.
And that's Esau Edom. Started with him.
This is Habakkuk 2:16. This is the last verse I'm gonna read from this. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered."
Hey, everybody sees America is drunk. I mean, damn. All kind of manner of debauchery, wickedness, perversion, lewdness. It's all here in America. All here in America, man. And you go on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, anything else, Twitter, and you see America is the fucking laughing stock of the planet Earth, man. And that's a fulfillment of prophecy that it's a nakedness is being uncovered, man. All these women is you go online, you can see them butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Their Instagram profiles show leave nothing to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? But that's represents the nakedness of America, man.
No. It says, "Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand."
And foreskin is unclean. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got foreskin, you can't clean up underneath that. You know what I'm saying? It's bacteria and smegma that gets built up.
Causes cancer.
Yeah, exactly. Penile cancer. You know what I'm saying? So here it is the whole time. America's been saying, oh yeah, I was circumcised on the 8th day of my inception. Yeah, conception. Whatever the word is. My inception. You know, and everybody's like, oh well, yeah, let's be like them. You know, they're all upright and then fucking a gust of wind blows up the skirt, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You thought it was a woman because it got breasts, but it got a rod and balls, uncircumcised rod and balls. You know, a goat's head, it got a tail. You know what I'm saying?
Some double D's.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, whoa, hell no. And that's the whole world is seeing that, and it's like, man, we ain't fucking with America like that.
It says, it says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shake.
Yeah, that ram.
Which is Yahweh Shai.
Yep. The same wrath America been dishing out to these other countries. Iraq, you know, dealing with Saddam Hussein, and they killed him because he was trying to, if I'm not mistaken, he was trying to back oil with gold.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing with Muammar Gaddafi in Libya.
Yep.
You know, he was trying to do the same thing. So you don't play by America's rules or the West's rules. You know, they come. And matter of fact, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of London, of the UK, he just said that pretty much NATO was the Roman Empire. In an article from this past week. So what would the Roman Empire do? If you wasn't trying to get down with the Roman Empire, they was gonna bring that wrath upon you. So that's what NATO and America, the EU, that's what they do. They bring wrath upon using America, because America is their army. You know, they'll bring that wrath upon countries that don't want to get down with the program. Like Syria, they're not with the centralized bank. So that's why America went into Syria, because they weren't part of that centralized bank, as well as Iran. Because there's only a couple countries left on the planet that's not backed by that centralized bank, which means that they're not puppets to a degree. All right. So what happens? All right, we're gonna wage war. We're gonna bring wrath. Well, the tables is turning to where the Lord is gonna have these other nations bring wrath upon America, man.
It says, and shameful spewings shall be on thy glory.
Right, shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All right, so everything that America was known for, all right, it's democracy, and it's a constitution, and all this old bullshit that these people believe and uphold as something great pertaining to America. People gonna look at it and spit on it, man.
This is he who did weaken nations?
Yep.
Isaiah the 4th chapter, 14. Oh, 14.
17.
Yeah, somewhere. Start at the top. You want this from the top, Maccabees?
Yeah.
Okay. This is First Maccabees 1:1.
And we're reading this because earlier we was talking about Alexander the Creep, you know, conquering nations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and in America, that's all America did was go and conquer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This is First Maccabees 1:1. It says, and it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
Right, the Persians and the Medes. The Persians you know, being the Iranians today, and the Medes were Japhites. You know, they had a joint rulership, so to say.
Yeah.
But you had the Medes that ruled first, and then the latter end of that rulership, it was Persians that ruled. You know what I'm saying?
It says that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece and made many
Right.
wars.
So this was when Edomites came into power.
Yep.
The first over Greece. Everybody knows that the Grecians or the Greeks is Edomites, so-called white people. They got the blonde hair, blue eyes, and big ass beak nose.
But the original Greeks were Japhet.
Yeah,
Yep. Japhetic people. Because those isles that Greece is in were the same Yapah, Japheth. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. It's a beautiful area. You know, and that's what Greece is at right now. Verse 2, it says, it made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth.
Yeah, it said many wars. And that was him going around conquering all these nations, man.
Yep. Verse 3.
That movie 300 shows you that.
Verse 3, it says, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been.
So man,
it said,
you know what that was? That was what's the actor dude that turned into
that looked like him. The nigga from he wore the dress. He wore the dress on
that black dude from something Jackson.
Some T Jackson. That was that nigga, wasn't it?
That was him.
That looked just like that dude.
That was Brandon T. Jackson.
That looked just like him, but no, I think he's darker though.
No, that was him.
Funny.
That was him.
Yeah,
That was him. I seen it. I seen it.
Juice.
Yeah.
Booty sweater, whatever the fuck it was.
Nah, he wore the dress and Big Mama. He said after he wore that dress to fuck his career up.
Yeah.
Because once you open that door, now Esau's coming with all. He's coming at you with everything now. Because now he knows that you will sell your soul, man.
You don't got morale.
You don't got no morals. Yeah, no morals.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Brandon T. Jackson just rolled by. That's crazy. What
He was saying Shalom, he knows the truth.
No, he do. He's bugged out.
He was bugged out, but you be hearing what he says in his videos he be making.
Yeah.
He been watching somebody.
Yeah.
He been watching somebody. He talk about how Esau is Edom, and he talk about all that, man. You know what I'm saying? He be talking about it. Because now, guess what? He got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He already lost his career. He ain't got nothing to fight for no more.
Well, he actually forsook his career. He found the truth.
No, because they were trying to make him wear a dress again.
Yeah.
That's why he quit. He's like, nah, man, you trying to do all this. Nah, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yeah.
That's why he brought it out. He's like, man, that was the worst thing I ever did was wear that dress.
Shit, that's how they get you though. They it's a slow squeeze.
Yeah.
They don't ask you to get fucked on your first movie you do.
No.
They ask you when they offer you that big money.
Yeah. Once they
You a
it's
taste
like
of it first. You get a taste of the fame. Get you a 10, 20 million real quick.
Yeah. What they do is they gradually build you up. Just like with a boxer, right? You got certain boxers.
Walk sign is on the cross. 40.
That was that nigga, bro. That was that nigga, bro.
11.
You got an ex-boxer, Greg Hackett. Gregory Hackett up in Philly.
5.
He be talking about boxing. He trains and whatnot, but he says like you got certain boxers who might not be better than other boxers, but because this guy is able to sell tickets, that's who the promotional companies and whatnot they'll run with that guy, because at the end of the day it's a business. So this guy is able to actually sell tickets and put asses in seats. So that's who they're gonna work with to build up. Meanwhile, you got this other guy that's kicking ass, but he might not be somebody that's able to sell like that. Therefore, you don't even know this guy exists. You know what I'm saying? Got an undefeated record, but you don't even know this guy exists.
Until you get in the ring with the other dude you've been promoting, whip his ass.
Hey,
and
like
damn.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he had 1 L by the time he fought Davis. And he got in there and some kid from Mexico City just trying to feed his family. And everybody thought he was gonna get knocked out because there's only like 2 people that Tank ain't knocked out as far as his pro fights. And Pitbull Cruz being one of them.
He handled his business, man. Pitbull
And
Cruz, he handled himself.
he got
in
with
there,
him.
man. Got with him. And made a name for himself.
Exactly. To where his last fight, when he knocked that nigga out in the first couple rounds.
Gamboa.
Who was it, Gamboa?
Gamboa. He knocked the fuck out of Gamboa, man.
Knocked Gamboa out.
I'm like,
Hey,
damn.
and it wasn't latter rounds. Tank knocked Gamboa out, but it was the latter round, 12th round.
And plus,
This
Tank
dude-
was, Gamboa was fucking chilled off.
His Achilles was blew
tore
out.
his teeth, blew his Achilles out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress. You was
No, I was
okay,
reading. Back in verse 6, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he yet was alive.
Yeah. So, you had Alexander that ended up dying. But while he was alive, what he did was he parted his rulership to his childhood friends.
4 generals, Cassander, Ptolemy, Antiochus, and Seleucus.
Yeah. Yep. And Ptolemy, that he was around from 323 BC to 283 BC. Seleucus was around from 305 BC to 281 BC. Antigonus, 306 BC to 301 BC. And Lysimachus, 306 BC to 281 BC. All right. Now grab that.
I believe Cassander and Lysimachus are the same person. One of them.
This is Daniel, the 8th chapter, starting at verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of the king of Belteshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was in Shushan, in the palace, which is in the province of Elam.
Right, proving that Elam, the Persians is Elam. Okay, so-called Iranians, which ain't nothing more than they're just East Indians. They're just a different tribe. Just how you got different tribes of the Edomites in Europe. You got Russians. You got which Russia's not in Europe, but you know what I'm saying. You got Scandinavians and Finnish and Dutch, French, so on and so forth. All Edomites. Same thing. Different tribes of Elam. Go ahead.
And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river Uli. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram, which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high. But one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last.
Right, so those 2 horns represent the the Medes and the Persians. Right? The Medes was the little horn, and the Persians was the greater horn. And it said that but the one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last, because you had the Persians that came into power and ruled after the Medes, right? Which is why once again that movie 300 shows just the fucking the power that the Persians had, man. They was kicking ass and taking names, man. Get down or lay down.
It was 1,000 nations.
They had money. They had gold. They had trade routes. You know, all that. They had shit on lock, man. To where people thought it was crazy for the Greeks to stand up and fight against the Persians. Like, you don't know what these niggas been doing? They've been beating up everybody, man.
Shit, the fact that when they showed up with the heads of kings that didn't want to get ruled over. Earth and water is all you need to present.
Give us your land. You want to stay alive? Join us, and we now have to come.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's how Esau Edom gets down, man. You know, he'll make you a tributary, man. And then what? They do that shit where they'll take your prince, your firstborn son as a captive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they keep the peace between the two. Yeah.
Marco Polo.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they did that. Or they'll marry their son to your daughter to form some type of unity. Some way they'll form that peace or that unity.
Something that gotta last a little bit more than just words. You know? It says, I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great.
Right. So that was the expansion of that Medo-Persian Empire. They said westward, southward, northward. It was expanded.
It was the biggest thing around that time too, man. They were big. That's why they call it 1,000 nations, man. Their army was so fucking vast, man. They show you the movie 300, man.
They had 127 provinces. That'd be like we got 50 states. You know.
50 states plus territories like Puerto Rico
Yeah.
and Virgin Islands and shit.
Yeah. Yep. They had 127 provinces. Okay, so they was like damn near double the size of
It says, and as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west.
right, and that he-goat is Alexander the Great, because
The Greek.
Alexander the Greek, because Greece is west in proximity to the Persian Empire. So a he-goat, Alexander the Greek, came from the west. Go ahead.
On the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground.
Right. So he was so swift in his 12-year reign. His reign was his conquering of nations was so fucking swift that it was like an eagle that ain't even touched the ground, man. Just swoop and just pick up something. Like there's that video where that eagle picked that goat up and threw him off a cliff, a big ass mountain. All you see is the goat falling, bow, hitting some rocks, bow, just falling like thousands of feet.
Tumbling.
Tumbling, hundreds of feet.
Bing, a big ass rock. Boop, 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 boop. Bing, another big rock.
Yep. that was you know, but the point being that Alexander's his conquering was so swift.
No, hey, because listen, wars don't start and end quick like that. Okay, just think about World War II. What, it started in 1939, ended in 1945. That's 6 years. So wars don't end fast. For him to conquer that many nations and have that many wars happen, that lets you know how swift he was between each one of those wars. Because wars usually take years, man.
And nigga had the juice.
Had the straight juice, man.
That nigga had those Red Bull wings. You know?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It was his time. It was his time.
Yeah.
Most
You
I
know,
gave it to him.
yeah.
And when you got it, you got it.
Right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Hey, when it's your time to do something, the Lord is gonna make sure that it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, ultimately they had to come into power to Hellenize our nation.
Yeah.
You know, to bring about our nation being in captivity. So when the Lord was born, you know what I'm saying, he was born into captivity.
Yeah. The abomination of desolation.
The abomination of desolation, all that, man.
Yeah.
It says, and the goat had a notable horn between his eyes.
Right, in that notable horn All right, being Alexander the Great, or the Greek, you know.
It says, and he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran into him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto
And that's Alexander making war with the Medo-Persian Empire. Go ahead.
And I saw him come close to the ram, unto the ram, and he was moved with the choler against him.
Right, somebody looked at the word choler.
What is that?
Which I believe is like anger.
Daniel 8 and 7.
8:7.
And smote the ram and brake his 2 horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him, but he cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand.
Yep.
Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, that great horn was broken, and for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven.
Right, and that's the 4 generals that we just talked about. Alexander's homies that he came up with.
His partners now.
His partners.
It says, and out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great towards the south and towards the east and towards the pleasant land.
And that's Antiochus Epiphanes, which he had the Seleucid Empire on lock. Because once again, in First Maccabees, it said how Alexander, while he was still alive, he parted his kingdom to his 4 generals. So one general got this portion, one general got that portion, one general got this portion, another got that portion.
Yeah, I got it. The word is, it comes from the Strong's H4843. The word is marar. And some of the usage is to be bitter, to show bitterness, to make bitter, embitter, to embitter oneself, to be enraged, to be strong, strengthened. Okay, the definition reads, it says, to trickle, says, but used only as a nominative form, to be casually bitter, to make bitter, literally or figuratively. It says be in, deal, have, make, bitter, bitterly, bitterness, be moved with color, be, have, sorely, it, grieve, grievous, provoke, vex.
Yeah. So hey, somebody just hella. Yeah. You know, like they showed that bull with the steam coming out his nostrils.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
While they're boiling you alive in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's whistling. Woo! That's why everybody screaming in that bitch when they boiling it. Yeah. That's an old school torture. They'll make a big ass metal bull, have the horns and have little tubes and shit in it. So when you scream inside of it, it blows that steam out like the bull is like blowing smoke out of his nose.
Yeah.
That shit's faulty.
And it makes the sound of your screams, it turns into the sound of the bull.
Yeah, because they put those little pipes and shit that run through the nose, yep.
Light a fire under that shit and cook you slowly.
Cook you slowly. Side your ass.
Go ahead.
It says, this is in Daniel 8, this is verse 10. It says, and it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them.
Right, and that host of stars of the host of stars that was cast to the ground was referring to Israel. Right, because Israel ended up becoming Hellenized. Okay, Israel ended up becoming assimilating to the custom and the ways of the Greeks, which later blended into the customs of the Romans.
Wait.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? And then, hey, once again, here we are in America with our people, becoming like the Americans, to the point you got Negroes talking about they're American. Back in the day, you would never hear a nigga talking about they're American. You know? Niggas didn't want to be called an American. Niggas knew they wasn't American. But because Jake get a little money.
Get a little couple zooms and wham whams.
You know what I'm saying? Now they wanna go along with Esau's program.
Now they want to be part of the system. The same system that's against you, you're a part of now because you got a couple little trinkets and dollars in your pocket, huh?
He's got grandchildren.
Because you could buy your mom a house, huh? Fuck out of here, man. Because Esau come take that house the moment you don't pay the taxes on that bitch. Because that's all that's going to happen when you stop making money. Because Esau is going to take that money from you because you ain't going to want to sell yourself. Then then what? Back to square one, but you got a little bit of fame, so you can make it look good for a bit.
Make it look good like you still got it.
Yeah.
And that's what you say that too. 'Cause I was wondering why old boy when they drove by was looking at us like, you don't recognize me? And then finally was like,
He's case in point. He's case in point,
He was
man.
looking at us like,
I knew who it was. I knew who it was exactly. As soon as I seen him, I knew who it was, and it's funny because probably like 4 or 5 minutes ago, that what you just said came to mind. I was like, he probably was like, okay, the Israelites, they gotta know who I am.
yeah.
You know, it's like,
We're not starstruck,
You ain't the
nigga.
apostles, you know this?
Hey, that's why you knew that's why he knew us before we knew him.
Yeah.
And that's the glory of the Lord that's gonna shine. Outshine any motherfucker, man.
Right.
For real. Because hey man, we don't give a damn who you are. Who are you actually? Shit, you ain't nobody with your how about y'all shy.
Great millstone.
Yeah, you ain't in the truth? Nah, but when I seen him, I was like, I know this dude, this face is familiar as fuck. And some of me was like, he looked like a famous nigga or something. Hey, he said that, I was like, yeah, that was him. That was him. That was him.
Hey, that nigga would have, if I was passing on the street, that would have just been it. I would never recognize
I wouldn't have looked twice at that
Wouldn't even
dude.
care, you know? This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12.
And it shall come to pass at that
That's why
time.
I be doing my recon, man. You know what I'm saying? I do my recon.
It says, and it shall come to pass that I will search Jerusalem with candles and will punish
Hey, the candles is this truth, man.
Yeah.
This word, this gospel.
Spirit of the Lord.
You know, hey, like the brother said, hey, the Spirit of the Lord, via this ministry, is searching Jerusalem with candles. You know what I'm saying? The gospel is going out throughout the four corners. Go ahead.
and I will punish the men that are settled on their leaves.
Right. So settled on their leaves, they comfortable. You got Jake that's content with being a slave in America, man. So hey, the Lord said He gonna punish Israelites that's comfortable with what they don't have. Because you don't got nothing here in America. You even rich and famous Israelites, you don't got nothing, man.
Yeah.
You're still in captivity. You got to go to the enemy for the one of all things. The fact that you got Federal Reserve notes or whatever currency that pertains to whatever country you might be in, that's all because Esau gave that shit to you at any given time. Esau can fucking cut your access to your funds, put a hold on your bank account. A levy, yeah. He can freeze your bank account. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these entertainers who got verified Instagram accounts, and they use Instagram to promote and so on and so forth. And that's a means of them getting money. Esau just snip your Instagram like that. You know what I'm saying? And who's that? Mark Zuckerberg. That's no. Instagram is
Instagram's on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
They don't know
it's-
that shit, man.
And that nigga Little Boosie had his Instagram account deleted, and he was on the internet on YouTube begging Mark Zuckerberg to get him his fucking Instagram back. So no matter what, you got to go to the enemy for the one of all things, man. So the Lord's gonna punish the Israelites that's settled on being a slave in America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like case in point, man, Johanna. We're gonna build a kingdom in this kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to build a kingdom in this fucking kingdom that's gonna be destroyed? Let you know that you're a comfortable ass slave, man. You know, or boy that died, comfy. You know what I'm saying? Esau gave him all that money. He was sitting on rocks, man. You know, could pay for a Passover with boys to men and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what? But what happened? Esau took that shit from him and threw his ass in jail. For what? Tax evasion or some shit? What do you guys know for?
Tax evasion. And you know what's crazy too is that sex worker. Remember she was all crying when they took her little Instagram down and shit. She was hurt.
Just recently, right?
Yeah, like a couple years ago. A couple years ago, it was a white girl. She was fucking a sex worker, and they took her little Instagram. I'm talking about balling.
That's all her money.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. It's like a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But wait till these motherfuckers get them CBDCs. Then they really gonna be able to take your shit.
What the hell is that?
That's that central bank digital currency.
Oh, okay.
That's where they talk about, yeah, they're gonna control your spending. Let's say you had 2 burgers already during the week. You go to buy another one, it's gonna decline, because it's like you eating too much meat, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna make you go buy some bugs and shit.
Hey, that's all that is Esau promoting soylent green.
Yep.
Telling people they already pushing celebrity meat.
That shit's
Human
crazy,
meat.
bro.
They're taking cells from humans, cloning the shit and making meat out of it, and steak and hamburgers, and giving it to people. And they're giving that shit to people and people's actually eating it. Alright? Because what Esau wants to do is you need protein. Your body needs protein to operate. So if you take protein away from people, they're gonna be at a weak state. You know what I'm saying? So if you're promoting this vegan lifestyle, with that vegan shit, that's it, you know, to each his own, but hey, Jake, you need protein, man.
If you do vegan, you gotta do it selectively, off and on. You can't sustain a life off strictly vegan, man.
Yeah.
That's why Will Smith's son's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith, he's all fucked up because his body's not getting the proper nutrients it needs.
And that
imbalance.
It's an imbalance. Yeah, you could do it for a season, but make it a season and not a whole fucking lifelong thing, man.
Hey, and that shit too, as a human, hey, you need to be rooted. You need to be grounded. Like you trying to jump a car. You know, you got your ground cable.
Yeah.
You know, and your positive cable, your negative cable. There's on certain cars, they got a ground little plug or whatever.
A bolt.
A bolt.
Yeah.
You ground that, and then you hook your positive up. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have your shit grounded, you're never gonna get that spark. You know what I'm saying? So people,
You didn't get that
a lot
surge.
of people, a lot of people who be doing the vegan thing, they've been doing it for years. You can see in their eyes that they ain't grounded. They're just floating in space, just on alien time type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to be grounded, man, and that's what meat does. Which is why, hey, the Lord commanded us to eat meat. You know what I'm saying?
So they call Yahweh Shai blood in the wine bibbers.
Yeah.
Shit, Yahweh Shai when he was Isaac, what did he love? That venison, man. He loved that venison, man.
That say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Right, you got a lot of Israelites that say the Lord ain't gonna do good or evil. Now you don't necessarily gotta physically say that. Oh, the Lord ain't gonna do good. The Lord ain't gonna do evil. Hey, your actions prove that you believe that. You know what I'm saying? You presented the truth, and you turn the other way, and that's you saying the Lord ain't gonna do good or evil. I'm content with waking up, going to go work my 9 to 5, and get enough money to pay rent and be broke for the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no type of life, man. Fuck that shit.
Bridgeport. Walk sign is on the cross.
This is Amos chapter 6, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, that trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
Right. And you got our you know, a lot of Israelites once again that's you know content with working for the man. You know, I get Isaiah 10.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto,
Go ahead.
woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Actually, that's not it's Isaiah 30 and 1.
It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, woe unto the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Right, our people want to be, they want to be Wakandans and not Israelites. You know, hey, so as a result of that, hey, woe unto you. All right, you want to wear a dashiki and be on some African shit.
Babylonian.
You want to be a Babylonian, brother. You want to be a Babylonian. You want to be fucking shit, African American. You want to be Haitian. You want to be a Jamaican. You would. All those is bywords, man. Those ain't the names that the Lord gave us. Damn, they ain't got no window. They got a blank.
She passed that way. I was like,
God damn. Nigga window. All right. Hey, so the Lord's going to destroy those individuals that have that mentality, man.
that's right.
Because it's not a righteous mentality. It's not a productive mentality. It's a mentality of death. You know, you want to be Kemetic. You want to be Muslim. You know.
An Israel homeborn slave. That's that. You gotta get out of that slave mindset, man. Because guess what, man? Hey, whether you know it or not, we are the real royalty, man. Okay. And when you get that mindset of walking with the royalness about you, hey, you're not gonna just be like you're not gonna lay down for Esau, man. But you still gotta have balance with that, you know, because that could bug you out and how you do some shit like the boy did. He killed his daughters and shit. Some shit happened where he killed his daughter. I think his son wanted to be a homosexual. He killed him, and his daughter was doing something.
Well, his son was like 3, and you know, I guess he had feminine ways, so he killed him.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, he's fucking 3 years old.
Oh, come on, man.
But hey, that's why the scriptures tell you that the Lord made their table a snare and a net. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't right, you can come to the knowledge of the truth, right? Even put your hand to the plow or whatnot, and the Lord can just bug you out. You know what I'm saying?
Have you dealing with a tranny?
Yeah. Like, oh boy,
Have you dealing with a tranny? He killed that tranny. And that's judgment of the Lord, man. For him to have you deal with a tranny and you kill that motherfucking thing, man. That's judgment, boy. Well, actually, no, that's not a judgment of the Lord. He said he wouldn't tempt you with evil.
well, actually, a man's going to go to the Lord. Like, it's the Lord that allows you to.
Yeah. He allowed you to be given over to yourself.
Romans 12:1.
It says, this is still in Isaiah chapter 30. Chapter 30, midway through verse 1. It says, and cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Yeah, all these religions and ethnicities or whatever that niggas think they is, that's them covering with a covering. They're covered with a covering, but it's not of the spirit of the Lord, man. Okay, it's not a clean covering. You know what I'm saying? It's a polluted skin, so to say. Right?
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, you got niggas voting. All right, Hey, you got hella niggas that voted for Sleepy Joe. You know, just wanting to get Trump out of office. You got niggas voting for a damn old pedophile with amnesia. You know what I'm saying? That can't even ride a bike. All right. These niggas, you see them, they be dressed all crazy. Niggas today dress and look like white people did back in when we was growing up. Dyed hair, punk rockers, punk rock, gothic shit.
Yeah.
Even Esau themselves. When I was in high school, you might have had a couple motherfuckers that was on gothic shit that was Edomites. There's more gothic punk rock niggas now than Edomites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in rap music is one of the catalysts of producing that weirdo punk rock image.
What's that rapper dude who got all the people got killed at his concert? Travis Scott. He pushes that fucking emo type style too.
Travis Scott, Trippie Redd, fucking Tech
I
Nine,
was gonna say Lil Wayne started that.
Lil Wayne,
Shit, man,
Yeah.
that rockin', rap and roll and shit.
Yeah, that's just demonic, man.
Party like a rock star shit. I remember that.
Yeah, I always hated that song.
Oh man.
I thought it was corny as
and
fuck.
a lot of Cali pushed that shit too. They started that trend with the fucking weird not dresses, but how they fucking their attire.
Yeah.
That weird ass attire, that punk rock attire.
Yeah, and also the fucking gauges in the ear.
Yeah, that shit. I hate that shit.
That shit it looks disgusting.
It's dirty, man. It's dirty,
Yeah.
man.
That nigga had
Yeah,
that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I seen that. That's why I was thinking that.
had that shit,
I was thinking it. Cause I was like, okay, when this brother finishes what he's saying, I'm gonna miss him that. And then this fucking Japhite drives by with gauges in his ear.
But that makes sense for Japheth though. That's
Yeah,
they
boy.
that's
They
their
was
culture.
cool.
That's them.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Okay.
It says therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the
Hey,
shadow.
the strength of Pharaoh is gonna be Jake's name, man, because all these Jakes that trust in Biden and the administration and all that shit, they gonna be ashamed when the men of the Lord is eaten and being taken care of by the Heavenly Father, but they themselves are in worst case scenario, starving and shit. Kids ain't got nothing. They gotta get chipped up. You know.
It said that should be in a pitiful case.
Yep. Pitiful case. You know, a situation in which they desire pity, but no pity is gonna be given to them.
Because the saying must know it after death by pain.
Your favorite one. They shall leave them there and melt them.
Melt their ass, boy. Like the dross they are.
It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, the shadow of Egypt. Hey, a shadow is dark. You know? Yeah. These people trust. Jake is content with walking around in darkness, man. That's all Esau, you know, America, that's all they're gonna give you. That's all you're gonna get here is utter darkness, man. You know? That was it on that? Yeah, grab Psalm 69 and 60. It started like 16.
This is Psalm chapter 69, verse 16. It says, hear me, O Lord Yahweh, for thy loving kindness is good. Turn unto me according to the multitude of thy tender mercies. And hide not thy face from thy servant, for I am in trouble. Hear me speedily. Draw nigh unto my soul and redeem it. Deliver me because of mine enemies. Thou hast known my reproach and my shame and my dishonor. My adversaries are all before thee.
Right, and this is King David speaking. Okay?
Reproach hath broken my heart, and I am full of heaviness. And I looked for some to take pity, but there was none. And for comforters, but I found none. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink.
Right, and this is King David prophesying of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai went through all that, being given gall and vinegar to drink. You know what I'm saying? Gall, which is piss, to drink while he's being crucified. So this is King David. So this is King David prophesying of our Lord. Right?
It says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Right, so the point being, let their table become a snare before them. When you like the Apostles' Torah brings up, when you at a table, that's where you study at. You know what I'm saying? You crack open the book, you study, you read, you research, and so on and so forth. But going back to what we were saying earlier, if you ain't right, the Lord will bring you into this thing, and he'll lead you to the path of IUIC, the path of GOCC, the path of ISUPK, the path of HOI, Lions of Israel, Sakari, so on and so forth, and whatever other Israelite groups is out there that don't have 100% truth, and you can be bugged out, man. You know, the Lord can have you bugged out. You can wholeheartedly believe in their doctrine to the death, and you are fulfilling what the scriptures say in Job: the deceived and the deceiver are his. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this truth is it's nothing to play with, man.
The table also represents currency too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And hey, what do Yahweh Shai say? I know that poverty and our tribulations without are rich, man. When you deal with this word in truthfulness, in the proper way it's supposed to be dealt, hey, where are you storing your riches at? In heaven, man. So if you deal with it in deceit and in the ways that the world operates, then hey, that's going to be a snare unto you, man. Because you're not really storing riches in heaven, man.
This is Psalm 69, verse 23. It says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. It says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not.
Right, so you got Israel
12,
that
11, 10,
you know, they're like the apostles say, the angels is blinding them from the truth.
4, 3,
all right, then you got certain of the circumcision that know they Israelites that they're still blind. You know what I'm saying? They might not even call on the name of Yahweh Shai. They might not call on the name of Yahweh. Call on Jesus Christ. Hey, like the video we watched yesterday, the dude from IUIC in Jamaica getting cussed out by them nigga women at
They was getting slapped up by those nigga women. They was slapping the shit out of his arms and shit.
Yeah, hey, the nigga talking about, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Here it is, you an Israelite trying to rebuke other Israelites that's not of the circumcision, but you rebuking 2/3, him being a 2/3 most likely himself. He rebuking a 2/3 in the name of their God. What kind of sense does that make, man? That makes zero fucking sense. Go ahead.
It says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Yep.
Pour out thine indignation upon them.
Right, hey, so the indignation of the Lord is going to be poured out upon Jacob. All right, here very soon, man. I mean,
Wait.
it's already happening. It's like a roller coaster. It just gets
Ticking,
worse.
it's ticking up to get to that point where it starts to
it's just free fall. You know, so on the way up, it's shit happening.
Wait.
But once it gets to that point to where it gets over that hump and it's just nothing but downhill.
Wait.
Hey, Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be all bad for Jake out here, man.
Boy, avalanche once it gets started,
Oh
Wait.
yeah,
shit sweeping through.
yeah. It ain't stopping. It ain't stopping.
Wait.
It says, pour out thine indignation
Wait.
upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
Chill out.
Wait.
Read that again.
Pour out thy indignation upon them.
Is on the cross.
Pour out thine indignation upon them,
Uh-huh.
and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
Yeah.
Wait.
Nope. So it ain't gonna be no escape from the wrath of the Lord, man.
Wait.
It said let thy rightful anger.
Wrathful.
Wrathful anger.
Wrathful anger. That's tough for me to try to say. Like that.
Hey, wrathful anger. Anger.
See?
Wrathful anger.
That's something right there.
Yeah, man. Hey, because nobody knows
Wait.
what's prescribed. The Lord has. There's a show, A Million Ways to Die, right? The Lord can take you out in so many different ways and avenues and scenarios. So that you don't want that wrathful anger upon you, man.
Hey, there was this I believe it was a Latin tribe over in Central or South America or somewhere. But I guess he was trying to rob somebody.
Wait.
And I don't know how it happened, but all you see when you click the video,
Wait.
he fell onto a fucking gate, a fence. There's a metal, like the iron fence that is spray painted white, but it had them
Little spikes.
the spikes.
It's like one of the little picky ones, the metal picky
Hell
ones.
no, it was like as tall as this, and it was a long. He probably from trying to jump off the roof or off a window or something, but he jumped and he was laid out with his chest just right on top of like you take a fork.
So he was
stab
right
a
parallel
chicken.
with the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was in his whole body.
You
then.
take a fork and you stab it in chicken, and you lift it up like this. That's how he was on top of that shit. You see all this blood on the ground, and he was screaming in agony. And then he'd stop, be moving and shit.
Oh, he
and then
dead.
start screaming again. And, hey, the Lord has wrathful anger, man. You know?
The cast iron fence, you said?
It was iron, one of the
black
iron,
ones?
but it was spray painted white. Yeah. You can tell that. And he wasn't just barely on top of that motherfucker. Like if the angel pushed that nigga, it didn't go through him, but you could tell he was.
It was deep though.
It was deep.
Because them spikes be about like a couple inches.
No, the
Yeah.
spike was like this long.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah, it's crazy. No, he's dead.
yeah, he's
dead.
gonna die because what they will
Once
have to do.
once they pull him off, that motherfucker is done.
They would.
What they'll
if-
do,
if
they'll
he was
cut
alive,
every
they'd
one
have
of
to
those
cut
bars
that
off.
shit.
They'll
Yep.
take him to the hospital,
Yep.
try to get him stabilized before they start the surgery on
We
him.
switch that shit and every them cutting into that metal,
it's
it's just
all
gonna have that
through
shit
shit.
rattling.
Get that rattling, boy, shake it off. Give me the Harlem shaking that motherfucker, boy. That's the terror of the Lord. You don't want that.
Hey,
man.
read verse 23 again.
This is Psalm chapter 69, verse 23. It says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Hey, I said shaking, baby. Oh, man.
Jumping back down to verse 25, it says, let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents. For they
Grab
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6. This is First Timothy chapter 6, and this was based off of what the brothers were saying about, you know, individuals trusting in that richness. Actually, the scripture said that their tables was going to be a snare unto them, you know, and then so brothers was getting into the people being rich and into their riches and whatnot. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. It says, charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. So the point being that having the scriptures, having the word of the Heavenly Father is way better than any monetary substance that you'll get here on the earth.
Yeah.
It's Matthew 13 and 15. For these people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. You know, just getting into what the brothers was talking about. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge is out there. But some people like, hey man, their ears is gonna be closed. You know, their mouth is gonna be shut, and their ears are gonna be closed, and their eyes ain't gonna be able to see the truth, and their heart is not gonna understand fully. That's why it's such a blessing to be able to be out here. You know what I'm saying? And not be like these 2/3.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 3, verse 8.
Probably start up a little bit. Started at 5.
This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 5. It says, circumcised the 8th day of this is Philippians chapter 3, verse 4. It says, though I might also have confidence in the flesh, if any other man thinketh that he have whereof he might trust in the flesh, I have more. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law of Pharisees, concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. But what things I would,
So Paul, the Apostle Paul, is pretty much saying, look, if you want to brag about being righteous according to the law, well, I get shit on you if I wanted to, but this ain't what it's about. It's about Yahweh Shai.
We talking about how you look on paper.
Yeah.
My resume's shitting on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's not talk about resumes right now.
you don't want to go according to the record. He's like, hey, you want to classify somebody as a dope, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahweh Shai.
Right. So the things that were gained to him, he counted those loss for Yahweh Shai. Meaning, like, it's just like if you say you got a hat. You driving with brothers and shit, you stick your head out the window, that motherfucker gone. Well, that's gone. Bye-bye. You know, you won't count it loss.
It says, yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Mashiach,
Yeah, he said,
my
doubtless.
Lord.
Doubtless I count all things lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the shit you lose when you weigh it with the knowledge of the Lord, it's like there's no comparison. Right. You know, the knowledge of the Lord, you put it on the scale with whatever you might have accumulated in the world prior to you coming into the truth. When you put that knowledge of the Lord on the scale, it's way down here, and that little minuscule bullshit on the left side of the scale, it's so weak that once they're both put on the scale at the same time, when that knowledge drops like that shit just flies up in the air, man. And you forget about it.
You can take all your lifetimes put together, and all the knowledge you acquired in every single lifetime since the earth has been created, and put it on there, and the Lord's knowledge still gonna kill them.
Far outweigh. Go ahead.
This is Luke 19:10. It says, "For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost."
Wait.
Which is a quick one. Yeah, you gotta lose yourself for Yahweh Shah to find you.
Yeah, hey, if you ain't lost,
It can't be found.
can't be found.
This is back in Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shai.
Right, so everything you count it as shit. You know what I'm saying? For the knowledge of the Lord, all that shit, fuck that shit. That shit, that was nothing. You know? And the knowledge of the Lord, the knowledge of the Lord, it heals you. You know, it provides a meaning for your life. It gives you understanding of things that you never knew. You know what I'm saying? What happens when you die? What happens with this? Why does this happen? And all that gets answered, man.
Put you on different frequencies.
Yeah, it sets you free.
That way you can see the future.
Yeah,
You understand and break down the story.
Yep, you can see the future.
Like, you can literally see shit while and before it happens. You can literally see shit like, man, look, this nigga's about to jump. He about to hop this curve. Watch this shit. Nigga hop the curve. You like, hey, when you're dealing with this word, man, you move you move better, man.
Yeah.
You move better, man. It's like, I feel this woman's like, I forget how it goes, but he's like, you put that shit on anything and make it better. They make it better.
Hey, this is John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah, man. Free from what, man? Free from the fear of death, man. Because that's what has this world in captivity, man. Everybody's afraid to die. Why? Because are you afraid you're gonna go to hell? You know what I'm saying? Which if you're not in hell now, you're not gonna be in hell until the next life. Yeah. You know? You Israelites, you're in hell now. Okay? Because hell is a physical condition played on earth, man. It's not a place where you go in purgatory and all that weird shit that Esau pushes. Nah, man, that's not it.
This is 2 Peter chapter 1, starting at verse 2. It says, grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of the Heavenly Father and of Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertaineth unto life and godliness.
Hey, so what when the Lord gives you this knowledge, he's giving you life. He's giving you things that pertain to life. Anything that this world can offer pertains to death. Making money. Blase. Get a career. You know what I'm saying? All that shit does is put you in debt. And now you're in all this $1,000 worth of debt. And your only concern is working to pay that debt off. You know, to the point to where, you know what I'm saying? You can end up running the rat race and end up dying before you can even pay the fucking debt off. You know what I'm saying? They promote, buy a house. You know, get married and have kids and buy a house. Now you buy the house, you lose your job, and you still got to make those payments. You can't make those payments, you get evicted. Now you fucking homeless. Yeah, your house got foreclosed on. Now you homeless. When you look at a lot of interviews with homeless people, they'll ask them like, man, how'd you end up in this predicament? And that's a lot of the stories that they have. You know, they lost their home, they couldn't pay their rent, so on and so forth. Or the man got divorced, the woman took everything, he lost his job. So his whole being so engulfed in the American dream put him in debt. all right, and ultimately he's stuck in death. But Yahushua, hey, the Lord said he came to came to give us life more abundantly. You know what I'm saying?
It says, in 2 Peter, it says, through the knowledge of him that have called us to glory and virtue, whereby,
Hey, to glory and virtue, man. Us being out here, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, you know, these people look at us as like we crazy, and what they're doing is it doesn't have a reward.
Yeah.
But to even be out here doing this, you're a virtuous man. You gotta have some form of virtue. All right, you gotta have some charisma, which means a gift from God.
Yeah.
To even be out here and be looked at like a fool, to become a spectacle. You know?
Wait.
it says, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these you might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Hey, like I said, through lust, you everything that's in this world is corrupted, and you get corrupted because of that lust. There's some when you're in the world, there's some lust you deal with, you battle. Some don't even battle this shit. They're just fucking. Hey, you got certain niggas that lust to commit adultery.
Yeah.
You know, you got certain niggas that lust for money, certain niggas that lust for food, lust for vehicles.
And why are people so afraid of death? Because they lust for life.
Yeah.
They lust to be able to continue to live, to pass on this legacy to their kids and grandkids, kids, and you know.
Well, yeah, they don't even lust. They lust for the false perception of the life that they live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they lust for life, they would be here with us.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
They'd come to Yahushua.
This is John 6:63. It is a spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Hey, the spirit. It says.
Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
Right.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Spirit and life. Hey, so literally, what we read, what we're involved in, it's a spirit that comes along with that, which it's a spirit that comes along with that, which is something that this world, they can't even perceive it, man. They see it, but they can't see it. You know what I'm saying? They can feel it, but they can't feel it. Which is why, like we said earlier, whenever we go somewhere, people are always looking at us crazy. You know what I'm saying? People be looking at us crazy as shit. And don't even know why. Like, matter of fact, me and this brother was at the grocery store yesterday. And we was at the grocery store yesterday, and I'm in the aisle 4447. We was at the grocery store. I'm in the aisle, and you know, whenever we out in public, you know, I'm always looking around.
Head on the swivel.
You know, you never know what the fuck. You never know what the fuck gonna happen. So that's just me naturally. You know, always looking. And
I just see Brian Theory pass, bro.
get the fuck out of here.
He looked just like the man, was moving and everything like
Oh,
this.
shit.
He got the hat on, just like him and everything.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, but so I'm in the aisle, we both in the aisle, and there's these magazines to where like I can see over the magazines and shit. And so I'm just scanning, and then boom, I see this old ass lady just looking in amazement, looking at me and this brother in amazement. Looking in amazement like where the fuck you guys come from? And so like I'm staring at her like, bitch, like I see you fucking staring, and it took her a minute to realize like she had to catch herself like, oh, you know what I'm saying, and then like, you know, she got all tweaked out and shit. But that's these people, they're seeing something that they can't obtain, man, which is the spirit, like the brother said, that the words that the Lord speak are spirit and life.
They went into the ears. They got the ears. They can't really hear.
Yep.
They got the eyes, but they can't see.
Grab Matthew 13. Let me read this real quick. This is John 8 in 34. It says, Jehovah answered them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is a servant of sin. And through lust, in this world, through lust, it'll cause you to sin. And then what happens? You end up, because that you sin, which you know that shit wrong, it's wrong. But because of the sensual pleasures that come with lust, all right, that come with the flesh, you continue to serve sin because you want that gratification, that physical gratification of lust in sinning, you know. Therefore, you become the servant of sin, which means you're building up iniquity upon iniquity upon iniquity to the point where the Lord's like, all right, go ahead and he'll have the angels put a hit out on your ass. Verse 35, and the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth forever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you. I speak that which I have. Oh, that's the point right there. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. All right. So if Yahweh makes you free, hey, you're free indeed. And he said the servant doesn't abide in the house forever. But he said the Son, but he does, because Yahweh is sitting on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father in the spirit realm. So if Yahweh is making intercession for you, hey, you're free. You know.
This is 1 John
13.
1 John chapter 2 verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Heavenly Father abideth forever.
Right, so the lust that comes with this world it's temporal, it's here, and it's going to be forgot about. Just like a Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
It served its purpose.
Dreamcast.
A Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, a GameCube, Game Boy. It served its purpose, and it's an afterthought. The new generation, they don't even know what that shit is. All they know is PS5 and
Call of Duty.
and
Everything's
what's
acronyms
Xbox?
now. What's Call of Duty called? How they
COD?
Yeah. They got fucking acronyms for every fucking shit now, man.
That's a cool, man.
Cool now. This little big ass cigar in his mouth. Man. Fuck out of here.
That image passed away too, you know?
Yeah,
Big boss with a stupid cigar.
Nigga, Suge is locked up, nigga. That image
You
is
the
dead.
new Suge?
Blowing those little holes.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 13 and 13. It says, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
They hung the horn, she stuck her tongue out and shit. While she was there.
They're just making mockery, man.
No. Like, that's what these bitches do. Like, when these bitches be taking pictures or on social media and they stick their tongue out, that's them showing that, because dogs do that. Breathe with their tongue out. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying she's a bitch, pretty much.
I think that goes back to Musa as well.
Oh, shit,
One of
okay.
those deities used to stick their tongue out all the time.
Yeah.
And
I think that's ISIS. Or no, I think it's Ilnana. Ilnana. Yeah, Ilnana. That's one of them goddesses too.
Man.
I think that's the one that sticks the tongue out.
When I see people do that, all I think is like they want to get flustered in their mouth.
Yeah, she wants something in her mouth.
They want some semen in their mouth. That's all I think of when I see bitches stick their tongue out. But hey, was that it on that, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. So seeing that shall see and that shall not see and that shall not perceive. All right, which is why the Lord got damn, this is turned that corner crazy as hell. The Lord got a majority of our people blinded. You know? We're gonna wrap up too, so bring out whatever y'all got.
Okay, real quick, this is James chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
All right.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the heavenly Father. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived," that's
The God is
that up
pallid.
too. He just looked
Yeah,
that
it's
up.
pallid. Yeah.
It says, "Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren."
Yeah, because sin brings forth death. That's why I said eventually the Lord will have, you know, you sin and build up that iniquity, then have an angel, you know, he'll put a hit out on you. You know? So,
No, I haven't.
all right, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Badash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders. A great millstone salutations to you brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Until next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.